Hello everyone, in this video I will show you how you can secure your webhooks on n8n, because when you are using n8n, whoever has access to this URL can basically activate your workflow and use your resources such as your OpenAI tokens. And to demonstrate this point, I'm gonna copy this URL and I'm gonna come to a website called Postman, and then I'm just gonna paste this URL, and if I run this workflow and if I just send this key and this value, you can see that I can connect to the workflow, and then my OpenAI's model is gonna provide a response, which is gonna be costly for me. And the first way to prevent that is through basic authentication. So authentication by default is none, but I can choose basic authentication, and then I can add a new credential. So first I need to provide the username, and then I need to provide the password. Okay, and once I do that, whoever wants to connect to this workflow needs to provide this username and password pair. So if I come here, if I run this, it's gonna say authentication data is wrong, and in order to prevent that, I need to come to authorization. I need to basically provide my username, and then I need to provide my password. And if I send this, it's gonna say authentication data is wrong because I provided the wrong username and password. But if I do it again, it's gonna provide me with the output. So that's the first thing. The second thing we can do is header authentication. Now I do not suggest header authentication because header authentication is not the default for many apps, and if you want to just follow the default, you can go with basic authentication. But I'm going to show you how it's going to work in practice. So if I run this workflow, and if I come here, and if I just go to parameters, and if I just do the same thing, it's not going to let me in. I need to come to headers, and I need to provide the correct username and password pair. And now if I do that, it's gonna give me the output. The third way is the most robust way, and it's called JWT authentication. So if I use JWT authentication, I can come here and I can set up a new JWT account. So in order to do that, we need to go to a website called jwt.io. You don't need to worry about this. You don't need to worry about this. And once you're on jwt.io, basically copy this value and then come back here and then paste it. As you can see, the algorithm we are using is HS256, and if I come back here, that's the same exact algorithm that we have. So if I save this credential, if I save the workflow, and if I run it, and if I come here, and if I go to authorization, then check better token, here I can provide this token right here. So if I provide this token, then we can send our value, which is gonna provide us with the output. Now the cool thing about the third option is that it's gonna let us know who tried to access the workflow. So if I come here, you can see that it's gonna tell me the admin was trying to access the workflow. This is useful because you can tell which one of your employees were trying to access the workflow, and also for some of your workflows you only want to grant access to the admin, and you can check for this value right here to check whether the person trying to access the workflow is truly the admin. That's it for this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment section. If you have any questions, have a great day.